Gaza News Now. Nothing like complete victory in Gaza. Ex Israeli PM. The colonial administration has imposed a genocidal war on the Gaza Strip, and former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert has stated that a complete victory is quite unlikely. Olmert stated on Saturday to the regime station KAN that there is no possibility to achieve comprehensive triumph or allow complete destruction of Hamas, a reference to the resistance movement based in Gaza that has been protecting the coastal enclave from Israeli attacks. After the resistance groups in Gaza performed Al-Aqsa Storm, a counterattack, on October 7, the dictatorship started fighting in Gaza. The assault has killed around 36,000 Palestinians, the most of them are women and children. The regime has failed to achieve its objectives thus far, despite its relentless campaign of carnage and destruction. The complete exodus of the Gazan people to adjacent Egypt, the successful annihilation of the resistance in Gaza, and the release of the hostages abducted during Al-Aqsa Storm are all part of this plan. Current Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of the dictatorship, on the other hand, has pledged to maintain military action until total victory. In contrast, Olmert referred to the assault as a stalling war, claiming that it does not serve any goal for Israel, but rather serves Netanyahu and some hardline elements of his cabinet. Furthermore, the military operation in Rafah must be stopped, the ex-official added, mentioning the southern Gaza city that is currently under Israeli ground invasion despite being teeming with war refugees. Intervening remarks occurred as the International Court of Justice issued a standing order compelling the regime to refrain from using its forces in a genocide-inducing manner in Gaza. The court has also demanded that Israel end its military operation against Rafah and ensure that people in the Palestinian region are receiving humanitarian aid despite the Israeli siege. Iran's missile and drone attacks on Israel have been catastrophic. U.S. President. Iran news agency, IRNA, in Tehran. After an attack on Iran's diplomatic post in Syria, Iran launched a series of large drone and missile strikes against Israel in mid-April. U.S. President Joe Biden has now acknowledged, for the first time, that the attacks may have destabilized the regime had the United States military not intervened to protect Tel Aviv. During his speech at the USMA graduation ceremony in West Point, New York, Biden allegedly made the bombshell, according to IRNA, citing the ABC News website. Claiming that the United States has never before asked its military forces to perform multiple missions simultaneously in different parts of the world, including defending the Israeli regime, Biden pointed to the ongoing conflicts in Europe and the Middle East. The U.S. president lauded the work of the U.S. Army in protecting the Zionist government, ignoring the Israeli slaughter of Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, saying, "Iran's enormous drone and missile attack on Israel was devastating. Furthermore, I am grateful to the United States military for its prompt response and assistance in defending Tel Aviv from the attack. By launching hundreds of missiles and drones into Zionist forces in the occupied territories, Iran initiated a punitive operation against Israel on April 12, calling it True Promise. This was in response to the bombings carried out by the Zionist regime on the consular department of the Iranian embassy in Damascus. When the operation was over, Iran claimed it had informed the U.S. of its intention to punish the Israeli regime and had attacked Israeli targets. The Iranian envoy to the UN has previously stated unequivocally that Iran's military reaction to the Zionist regime's aggression against Iran's diplomatic locations constituted a lawful defense under Article 51 of the Union Charter.